This time on Pole Barn Garage, I tried to get this 76 Dodge D-100 running and driving for the first time in 40 years. And, well, tried to drive it home. What we're after today is back there somewheres. Let's try to creep as close as we can. And it is back there. Somebody else is picking up another gem. Here's where we're headed. Right behind all this brush. It's like a, I don't know, I hope there ain't no VC in here. Is this 1976 Dodge D-100 that I just snagged up when I was actually coming to look at this Opal. The whole Opal is pretty rough. And this is pretty rough, but not as bad. But that's the guy who sold me the truck right there.
Hey.
He's cleaning out all this stuff. And then this guy bought that Ford truck, and I met him and rolled the wheels with the Holy Goat just earlier this year. There's a clock radio here. Look at that, AM FM. Well, well, here she is. And it's got the patina that everybody loves, you know, moss. And it's not too bad, really. Like, it's not bad. It's definitely old farmer, and I know this because it's full of 5-gallon buckets and egg cartons. But even on this side, look at this. It's not bad. Ooh, free. She's a 3 on the tree. We gotta see what we got under the hood. Seat looks great. It's laid back for comfort. You know, this folds into a twin bed. You know, this side is, well, it's not as good. I mean, it's close, but something missing here. I can't quite put my finger on it, you know. But other than that, well, and this, well, it's gone all the way to the middle, but other than those minor inconveniences, it's great. It's in here. Nothing. Oops. What's this? Chloroform? Clorox. Boy, that's an old bottle. I thought it was chloroform. I thought I was going to have a good time. I don't know what that is. Cologne, maybe? Wow, this thing is just as good as I remember it from an hour ago. So she's 3 on the tree. We got to see what we got under the hood. These might not make it home with me. I'm just saying. Put them back there and something will happen with them.
If you want to toss them off to the side.
So we're missing some stuff. You know, that side of the truck's a lot better than this side. I gotta say, I shut that door and the whole truck moved. This is good. I'm feeling good about this. It's good. What we got under the hood? Slant 6, little 225. And I already kind of cheated, and I know she rolls over. I wouldn't have bought this thing, but she rolls pretty good. I don't think that's going to do us any good. You know, we don't need that. What's this? Lunchbox. The West something. How the West was won. Keep that. That'll make a good floor pan patch. I don't know. I mean, it's not bad. It rolls over. We got a little Carter 1 barrel on here, probably. Missing the fuel filter, which is a little concerning. But these trucks actually have plastic gas tanks. So maybe not. Look at that. That's in good shape. That never happens. And it's missing the oil filter, which, oh, it's missing the oil filter adapter. I didn't notice that. There's an adapter that goes in there to thread the filter on. Uh-oh, that's a problem. Let's see if we can find it around here. If you were an oil filter adapter thingy, where would you be? Not sure what I have for alternatives for that. Is that a lunchbox, maybe? Oh, thermos. It's not good. I wonder if it's the same as my Eagle. I bet it is. Unfortunate that it's there. How much oil pressure would this thing actually have? Can I just plug it? That'd be cool. And does it have oil? Would be a good question as well. Oh yeah, she's full. Looks brand new. Looks like somebody just parked it here for some maintenance and never got back around to it, which means the parts are probably here somewhere. I might go rob mine out of my Eagle. I'm not too far from here, but I don't want to run out of daylight either. So we're actually probably going to start. What is the purpose of this? Quarter. There's a lot of poop in it. I know that. Yep. Don't need these. That's truck parts. Air conditioning. Boy, there might be something in here. I have to look. 5/8 socket. I'll take that. Back here. Oh, good. A child's shoe. That's always fun. Poop. Literally. Oh, look. Plants. Yep. There be stuff back here. Some wire. Tar poop. Something. Holy wrench. That's a wrench. Radiator hose, that's a good sign. Well, they were over here for some reason. There's some WD-40. Seeing any oil filter adapters, but they had to have been doing something over here. These are locked up solid. So I think we might actually try to break these free before we try to get it running. Because I know the engine spins, and that means it'll probably run. Oh, good. That's a good sign. Starter knows. This may not happen. Yeah, the starter's still on it. I don't know. Okay, it has a drive shaft, has a plastic gas tank, so that's good. That'll probably work. You can really see how good the floors are right here. It's really, look at that. They're flexible. This is disgusting, but I'm not seeing anything. What the hell? I may have to run home and grab that. Let's see if we can get these brakes to free up before we get too far ahead of ourselves. I'll go ahead and rebuild this carburetor with some penetrating lube. Right down the vent, get on that float, you know. There we go. A choke. Maybe a little bit in the fuel line, get to the needle and seat maybe. Oh, I think something made a home in there. Fine, we'll soak that down so we don't break it. All the linkage and all that stuff. And brakes, because, well, pretty sure there's no brake fluid in it, but I don't want to look. Oh, it's the 4-bolt, so that means the master cylinder I ordered is the wrong one. So we're stuck with this. Good thing is it's a stick, and, well, you don't need brakes when you got a stick. Get that shifter linkage. Fix that. Oh yeah, no keys either. Let's see. Let me dig around on that passenger floorboard just a little bit more. Ashtray? Nope, but they were a smoker. Fix all this. Yeah. Repaired. I don't think this wheel rolls either. Soaking it all. Trying to get these freed up. Zip this wheel off. 2 lug nuts, more than you need. That was pretty easy. Probably hadn't been here too long. This side looks even better. Yeah, I'm feeling really confident here. Yep. Definitely didn't bite off more than I can chew. I got it getting rebuilt right now. Just need you to roll. Please just roll. There we go. Maybe. All kinds of stuff falling out. It's enough that it might take off on its own. I'm not too worried about digging into that till we get it home. Let's move to the other side, see if we can get it to turn. Oh, this one's even better. Oh, brand new. Nope, those are good to go. What do we got in here? Nothing. Oh yeah, absolutely nothing. That's great. Go ahead and rebuild it. Brand new. Look, it was reband one time. We fill them about halfway. Let's see if we can get some pedal out of it. Pedal moves nice and free. See if we can get some air bubbling, then we know we might have some pressure. Here we go. Oh yeah, look at all that air. This master cylinder might work, at least for a little while. Since I can't get a pedal out of it, let's see if we get lucky. And we don't. And these are so rusty, I didn't think a wrench would even do anything. So I'm just skipping straight to vice grips here. That's my confidence level. Like I said, brakes are kind of secondary, but if that's all we can work on at the moment, then let's at least get that knocked out. I think I got to get a better pair of vice grips. But while we're over here, let's head out to the truck. I forgot to bring a battery, so we'll do the smart thing and just, you know, take the battery out of my only transportation. Seems like genius to me, because, you know, I can get home. I'll hitch a ride with a goat or something. Let's look at one of these Ford trucks over here. They have an oil filter adapter. No, that one's a 6-cylinder truck. If he's gonna be on the bottom though, yeah, that's more work than it's worth. I bet you were 300s on. Yeah, there's a tree growing in that one, so I guess that's out of the question. Here's a 6-banger. Where's your oil filter? I think they're on the front on these. Damn, I got the opal. I guess the opal would probably be metric. Taking things without asking, that's kind of what I do. Yeah. Well, there's the oil filter. I don't know. Probably just gonna have to go home, grab one, unless it shows up right now. Where's it at? No one knows. That bleeder's stuck crazy solid, but this guy over here actually broke free. I'll be damned. And you know what? If I can get one brake to work, that's a hell of a lot better than zero. Let's see if we see any fluid dump out of there. No drips. Flying solo today. I need my JD. Well, I did lose some fluid, and the pedal seemed to be pumping up a little. So what I'm going to do is take that bleeder completely loose, fill this up, and just let it sit. See if she'll just flow out all on her own. It is, you know, a pipe dream, but we can wish. Nothing's here for that. All the wiring is accounted for. Doesn't look like the mice ate any of this, they just pooped all over it. So that's cool. Well, let's hook that battery up and see what we can get out of it for cranking. I guess we ought to get some keys so we get some ignition power, theoretically. I don't know if this might work. It works sometimes. Trying to avoid pulling the steering wheel and getting into all that mess. But it doesn't seem like it has a locking plate in it. She spins. I got the shifter to break free, so that's nice. We'll put that neutral. There, stealing cars 101, guys. If we take this lower panel off, there should be a rod go into the ignition switch, which is right in here. Pull that off. 2 Phillips screws. Save this stuff. This is the kind of stuff that nickels and dimes you to death if you ever try to fix one of these up. Yeah, this thing with the cab the way it is honestly probably just a parts truck, but not to me, it isn't. She's a daily driver. I might just have to keep this one if she runs good. I'm kind of falling in love with the grandpa-esque of it. Not really falling in love with the mold and the, you know, literal turds, but you know, it's fine. I actually owned one of these trucks before and I liked it. My grandpa had one when I was a little boy, and we go fishing in it. Stuff slant 6, pretty bare bones. Kind of like this one. Alright, where's that rod at? Somewhere up here. Yeah, I got nothing to lose by trying this, I guess. Sometimes I've had this work. Jam a screwdriver in there. You know what's gonna happen is I'm gonna oh god. I'm gonna freaking break this column, or we'll do whatever, and then I'm gonna find the keys. I mean, probably not. Farmer probably took them with him. Part of the way there. All we gotta do is literally get that to rotate and it'll start the truck. Let me just keep beating and prying on this until something happens. I hate to be in a hurry, guys, but we got about 2 hours of daylight left and it needs to be out of here. So I guess the ignition switches in these are electric? This looks like turn signals to me, so it must be this one. What I guess we'll do is just take this apart and try to jump it out if we can't hotwire it. And I guess the big red one is probably power. And the only other one here is orange, and then one that's rotted off. And it does nothing, which doesn't mean anything. Let's try to jump the solenoid. Come on, baby. Don't be shy. Get my long distance hammer here. Can't imagine why it might have a poor connection. They look great. Oh, come on. This is the ground, right? Yeah, doesn't look that bad. Use my jumper cables to ground this thing somewhere decent, like maybe alternator case. Probably work. Really? Oh, come on. I need to get the hot hooked up as well. Okay, barely, but it's something. I'll take that. It might come around a little bit as those rings wear in. Did it splooge oil already? This is going to be a problem. I have an extra 383 at home. I wonder if it has something I could use. Okay, it's not good, but that's progress. I'll take that. Now I want to see if I can jump it under the dash. What we're trying to do is send 12 volts to this guy right here, which, you know, I can get around, but if we can get under the dash and figure out like where to put power to this ignition module and stuff, then we can just bypass everything and run our own little system. This is why if I do a Mopar or no car, I'm probably taking no car. Look at, why is the wiring like this? I just stepped on a big ass thorn. Look at that thing. Went clean through my shoe. It's bleeding. You know how sometimes you hurt yourself and you don't want to look at it? That's what's going on right now. But check this out. Well, it worked 2 seconds ago. You got radio? What is that noise? Something's crawling up my ass. Something is, well, it's crawling in my ass. Okay, so good. If we have power, we have a key now. We should have power to the coil. This is electronic ignition, which is a good thing. Well, I don't know. Let's hit her with some brake clean, see if it kicks off. Again, we still don't have a, oh yeah, she's starting to pump oil out of there. No, the oil pump works. That's good. I put about 1 gallon of gas in it, 2 gallons maybe. So we'll see if the fuel pump picks anything up. Hit her with some brake clean. Let's see if we got any vroom vroom. Ooh, that didn't sound very good. Come on. Nope. Would motor lock up? Yes. I think it locked up. There it went. Oh, yeah. She's pretty stuck. It's got a bad spot in it. It'll probably work now. I don't have a voltmeter. I can't really do any good diagnosis on the infamous Chrysler ignition system. It's a pretty solid bet. The little resistor thing over there, the ballast resistor goes bad in these all the time. And if it's not that, it's probably the control module. I do have one of those. Yeah, ballast resistor is crazy hot. That might be what it is. We could bypass it by just jumping across it. I'll show you. This little ceramic block is a ballast resistor. There's a spring in there. And I have some, but I have the wrong ones. And I don't know if they'll work. So what I do think will work is I'm pretty sure we can just put these two plugs together, power straight across them. I think that will work, but it's hot. It's really warm to the touch. So I don't think it's doing us any good at the moment. You know, kind of just working off of memory here. This isn't good for it, and it'll probably kill the distributor if it's not already killed, but I know if I keep the truck around, it's getting a GM HEI unit anyways. Somebody's been in here messing too, and that's always a pretty good sign that, you know, it's, you know, done the typical Chrysler thing and been garbage. Right now I have the key on, so there should be power. And what that dual resistor is one part of it is like 5 ohms of resistance, and the other side of it is like 1.2 or something. The 1.2 ohms of resistance is for cranking, and the 5 ohms is for running, because it can't run on 12 volts. It needs to run on like 9.6 volts. So I just pulled the ignition module off of it, and sure enough, right there. It is an original unit. It's got Chrysler on it. It's supposed to be full of this stuff, and it's not. And that's probably why. I got the wrong one, but I think the 4-pin one will work in place of the 5-pin. I'm not totally certain on that, but I think the green wire off there is just a signal wire for something. I'm gonna have to look up a diagram and try to figure that out. So it looks like the 4-pin will work right in place of that. And I have a regular single resistor block, and I think I can use this as well. So I think because what the 5th pin in this does, it is the resistor. It's for the other side of that resistor. And I don't think we really need it. So let's just, well, there went the screw for that. Don't need that anymore. Oh yeah. Yep, arcing like crazy. That's great. That's great. I need to turn the key off. And I found the screw too, so see? Numbers matching. Very important on a Mopar. And maybe we can get some fire out of it. So we still got to plug that oil filter adapter with something, because it's pumping oil all over the ground. I mean, it's definitely not pumping oil all over the ground, EPA. But I want to hear it kick off before I, like, you know, get serious about it. It's likewise probably safe to assume that the ballast resistor is also bad. So let's get it out of here. And it looks pretty smoky. It's usually just this side. It's the lower resistance side, I believe, that, or the higher resistance side that goes bad. I don't know if that's actually what's going on or not, but I'm just going to take a stab at which one of these is the run side, and we'll just plug it in. We'll bypass the other one with our wire like we did have, or we can go back to just having our wire shoved in there as well. I mean, for what we're trying to do at the moment, it's not that important. We've got our key in the run position. Hell yeah! She runs. All right. Okay, now I have to go find that oil thing. Yeah, see, it's not exactly what you want dumping on the ground, but you know, it is what it is. That makes me happy that it ran. So now I have to take my battery back out of this, put it in my truck, drive my truck to my house, and try to find something that will work. Cowboy boots. Those are nice. Still desperately looking for the fitting just to be here somewhere. I bet it'll sink. I bet that's got a pipe thread on it. Let's see. Boy, it sure does. But it's not the right one. So I got this junk old 383 laying around, right? And sure enough, looks like it takes the same adapter right here. So I don't think there's anything else I need to rob off of here. That threads into the filter. That's probably the best bet I got. Currently hauling ass to try to get back there before the sun goes down. But yeah, so good times. Alright, well, we made it. Venture through the brush. Back up on here, and hopefully this works. Be a nice work stand here. Let's see if these work. Oh, tank is working. Money, baby, money. Haha. Yeah, that's what I like. That's what I like. Now let's see if we get the damn thing to run, like actually run. Something's definitely made a home in this fuel line here, which is not, you know, that surprising. I don't think so. What I'm gonna do is try to get down to the tank, and if we could pull from the fuel tank, it'd sure make getting home a lot easier. Otherwise, you know, I don't know, maybe that'll work. We could just put the gas in here and I'll put a fuel light in it. Thing's never had a fuel pump put on it. I know that because of these clamps. These are factory clamps. They're like a snap thing. If I can get this hose off down here, we'll try to hook to that with a clicky clack and see if we can't pump some gas into the tank. Give it a gander, see what it looks like, and we'll go from there. If we have to, we'll just throw something under the hood and run off. For the record, I am naming this truck the poop truck because it is literally full of poop, and I have, you know, an open wound on my foot, and I'm probably gonna die, but hey, at least this truck will be saved. The way you take these clamps off and just cut them off with dikes. Destroying things is usually my go-to. God, it's cold out, man. Why couldn't I do this, you know, when it's warm? I'm not smart. Reasonably certain that's the one I was after. So, it looks decent. Let's hook the clicky clack to it, see what happens. A certain other YouTuber turned me on to these wing nut hose clamp things. This is one valuable piece of advice that I do rather enjoy. Wire this motor up. Oh, the lead got ripped out of it? Are you? No! When did that happen? The freaking ground got ripped out of it. Oh, that's disaster. And I have another one at home and I didn't bring it. What happened to it? Can't get anything good for 10 cents online anymore. If I just cram a piece of wire into here, if it might make contact with something. It's like it assembles from the inside out, so I can't really do much more than that. Oh man, my expectations are low, and if this doesn't work, you got a whole new problem of just trying to make the original fuel pump. You know, open connections and fuel go together really, really good. Whoa! Well, something's shorted in there, that's for sure. Why? We're gonna try the old mechanical pump. Try to siphon it out and prime it up to the pump. Then I'll take the carb side of the pump and try to prime the pump with that line and get some fuel into that old baffle. This side of the clicky clack is still plumbed in to the fuel tank, theoretically. I have a better way to do this. No, you didn't just accidentally tune into Food Network. A turkey baster should be able to act like a primer ball. And see, my grandmother saw me sucking gasoline out of tanks and said, "You're dumb. You'll die later in life of cancer because of that." And she's correct. It's not working though. I feel something. A clicky clack would have done this a lot faster, but alas, we don't really have that luxury, do we? No, hey, this ain't gonna work. There's something in there, but washer fluid jug here. We'll fill it up. It'll fit under the hood a little bit better. Oh, look, it turned a nice blue color. Yeah, we're running alcohol injection. No, I've got the can stuck down in here. And what we'll do, go to the inlet side of the fuel pump with our hose. It's open on the other end. I'm pretty sure there's something living in it, but you know, let's ignore it for right this second. See if we can get this baby to fire again and see if we get some pumping going up there by the carburetor where it's been left open for 100 years. Great idea. I mean, that's the best thing you can do. This is going to be a fire for sure. I don't have a boat tank, so I'm not cool like all the other YouTubers. They got like boat tanks and stuff. Lucky. They, you know, I just used the parts of the truck to wedge that in there. I got some duct tape. It'll be fine. The key is still on. Battery's hooked up. We should be able just to get her to fire off, right? No, definitely not. Oops. Get out. You don't need to be in there. Get out. God, it runs good, but no pumping. Get a little bit to come up at least to the up through here, but I bet that line's plugged with a mud dauber or something. So I'm gonna cut back the factory hard line down here by the pump, and then we'll try to get something out of it down here. It might end up working a little better for us. I guess I ought to make sure this thing has headlights, huh? Because we are going to be working in the dark here soon. I think it's working. Where'd my turkey baster go? Baste that turkey. Just got to get some gas in that pump, and it might take off. I don't think that's going to work. The hose got pulled out of our jug. Here we go. Alright, so we got gas in the pump now. So let's get it running again and we'll see if it spurts. Yeah, baby! Yeah, baby, she's gonna run. Hell yeah. Alright, there we go. We just made some serious progress. It's gonna run this hose right over the top on the carburetor. And I'm sure the carburetor fuel line's not plugged up. No way, right? So I'm gonna try to skip that step of cleaning out the carburetor's fuel line, but I'm sure we'll be heading there shortly. So, but we have a functioning fuel pump, which is pretty cool. We didn't need no stinking clicky clack. The old Dodge said, nope, I got one right here. Let's see if this baby will run on its own. Huh? No, bad noises. Got any squirting going on in here? No. Not really. Still got nothing. Yeah, she was deadheading pretty bad. This thing just sprayed gas everywhere. Probably gonna start a fire. Needle and seat looks fine. Oh yeah, there's all kinds of crap plugged up in this. I don't know if you can see or not, but she plugged plumb full of stuff. So let me see if I can't get this needle and seat off of here and clean it up, and maybe even just kind of, you know, there, it's rebuilt. Put it in the vise here. There we go. Wasn't as bad as I was afraid of. Oh yeah, that's why. Hello, can't see you. Anyway, hello, also can't see you. Yeah, so let's clean that out, and I bet she'll be good to go. Well, you know, not really. Like, it doesn't have wheels or brakes. But yeah, it's fine. Hose this out a little bit. Oh yeah, this thing's plugged solid. I'm gonna find a stick or something. Let's just, maybe this wire will fit through there? Probably not. It's hard enough to fish it through conduit, much less a freaking 3/8 fuel hose. Ooh! Probably all that's wrong with the other lines too is they're just full of stuff. You know, little air with a compressor. You can do that when we get home. I don't know. I'm kind of starting to like the old girl. She's rough, but she does remind me of my grandpa's truck. And you know, the old boy who lives here, it's his dad's truck. He's probably 45 or so, and he said that truck hadn't moved since he could ever remember. He said it's been here in this spot for about, you know, 35 years or so. It's pretty crazy, and he was really tickled to see it getting some love. I always thought it was neat. And his daddy drove it to work every day, I guess, and oh my God, come on, man! I need you to play ball. It ain't playing ball. Not my kind of ball. Oh wait. Did we do it? Yeah, we got it. We got her, boys. Every time, you know, if you take a dump in your fuel lines, they're not going to work. The needle in the seat is stuck. It's plugged up big time. See, fuel goes in this end right here, and this little valve here opens when it gets pressure on it, closes when it gets pressure on this side, and that's what balances the fuel in the bowl. And without that, we're kind of dead in the water. Got it. Dude, look at that. There she goes. Most of it anyway. Still a little plugged up, but that should be fine now. Right on, right on. Something horrible is going to happen. We'll just thread that back in, and then we'll see how bad the carburetor itself is, because, I mean, if the rest of it looked that bad, that might actually put us out. I just don't have the stuff to do it, and it's very cold, guys. I mean, oh good, that's been draining gas on the ground the whole time. Guess I won't be lighting up anytime soon. That hose clamp just broke. Never had that happen before. The little wing nut broke off of it, like, instantly. What are those, one-time use only? We got just enough brake clean left to maybe help her kick off again, and let's see if we did any good. What's your deal? Plug right up. Alright, we're getting somewhere. Gas is coming out of the vent tube here, and so we're filling the bowl, but the float's stuck. That's alright. That might come around. Just, you know, persuade a little bit. What's up, Chase?
You sure know how to pick them.
Oh man, isn't she sweet?
So you know, even if you get the motor to start, it still has no wheels.
I have wheels. It doesn't have brakes.
Oh, that's good.
But it's
never needed those.
It's a stick. I don't need brakes. It's downshift.
Yeah, exactly.
Fine, probably. Right up to the point where it's not. No, come on. You're doing good. You're doing good. Come on. Come on, work with me, bitch. Stop it. Spray some penetrating lube down that vent tube to try to free that float up. Maybe I need a bigger hammer.
I mean, if you're sitting out here, body looks nice.
Yeah, open the passenger door.
What? Shit?
Just open it.
Shit?
Well, that and other things.
Knowing that it's dog shit.
No, it's raccoon shit.
Is it?
Yeah. I was more.
It came up to the bottom.
I'm more concerned about the lack of truck over there. You know, there's a significant lack of truck inside of that cab.
Well, you're missing the entire bottom.
Yeah.
So.
But only every single part of it. So that's pretty good. I have the thermos that we found under the hood of it, and we'll use that to primer.
I might lift it up.
There's an alarming amount of children's shoes out here. You think they're out there somewhere? Or,
is there?
You know, like the child's? This is like the end of the world here, right? You know, we gotta get this truck running or the cannibals will eat us. Oh, let's see here. It's getting dark. Let's see what happens this time. Camera shut off just a few minutes ago. I took the needle and seat loose and sprayed a bunch of gas out of the vent tube when I did. So it's that needle and seat that's sticking, even though it really felt pretty good. Uh-oh. Ah! She's trying. Oh, I think it's starting to pump a little bit. Good thing I got my trusty thermos here. faster. That should have been spraying like crazy. It's just not getting past that needle and seat. I just don't have any gaskets or anything to try to deal with the carb itself. No, ain't that. It still works. Something else. Well, this wasn't working because the bowl was full. That's why. Because it was doing what it was supposed to do. It's supposed to shut the fuel off whenever the bowl's full. All I got is penetrating lube. Is that good for this? I don't know. Everything was just going so good. Bastard. It's like the jets are probably plugged up and every other damn thing's probably plugged up like crazy. And there is one thing you can do about that, but I need a rag. So what I'm going to do is try to get her to run. And then I'm going to hold her wide the hell open. And stuff a rag over the top of the carburetor, which will force it to suck and maybe suck crap through the jets if there's anything in them. Wedge that choke open.
Oh, that's not
Well,
good.
that'll do it. Okay. Problem solved. I got my jump starter thing on it, and I'm not totally sure how this one works. Shit, where'd the rag go? Oh. It's running! Okay. Hell, ran kind of good there for a second.
She's alive!
Back to my truck battery. So, you know, hopefully it doesn't crank dead. And then, you know, we'll die. It's totally worth it. So, gotta get my filthy rag ready. Woo, fire! It did something. I heard it.
That's the best one yet.
It's trying, man. Oh, dude, it's spraying gas now. Oh, the rag shirt worked.
Shot it out?
Yeah, a big old clump of shit in there that it sprayed out.
Will that burn up?
Yeah, probably. Oh, baby. I think the float is still stuck. It's probably stuck up now and it's not letting it run off of its circuit. Come on, baby. Oh, I just broke the carburetor. Oh well. Still got fuel coming into it? It's not pumping anything. Is that... How's our fuel jug look? Are we actually in the fuel or is it...
No, it should be down there.
I think fuel pump lost its prime. Well, now things can get real interesting. I have no way to shut the truck off now. Oh, Jethro's looking for us.
Halloween's not over yet.
Yeah, I'd sure like to wear your skin. Why won't you run? Well,
Don't forget that's the only working battery that you got.
What? I was going to stay night here.
Oh.
I talked to Jethro. He said I'll camp with him.
Okay. Carburetor's definitely the problem.
Carburetor's garbage.
Yeah.
Fuel pump and a carburetor probably would be just fine. I'm going to fill that little kitty thermos up from the child that was here in approximately 1973. 78, actually.
You got that here?
Yeah, it was
oh
in...
my
There was,
god!
actually, the kid's lunchbox was still under here. So, I mean, the kid's probably in the trunk. Maybe they turned him into a seat cover. It's officially dark. I don't know if you noticed. I'll pop this fuel bowl off and just take a look-see real quick and see if it even remotely looks like something we could tackle real quick. But if not, I think we're out of luck. And I'll probably just tow her on back home, and then we'll pick it up again in another episode. But yes, this 76 Dodge D-100 will run. After sitting for 40 years, I mean, that's pretty impressive in and of itself. It's not bad. What'd you find? Body?
No, it's toolbox.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was a booster seat.
Well, I was using it as a stool, but then I used it for tools. God damn it, God! You know what? What does it do? Choke things? Don't care. Goodbye. These are emulsion tubes here. Oh, that one's broken. I must have broke it. Well, that pretty much settles it. We're screwed. There's gas in here. It doesn't look that bad, really. It's kind of milky, but
Yeah, all those subcomponents seem to be working. Like what we thought might have been a problem.
it's just the.
It is milky.
And I think all the orifices in here are probably plugged, and that's just more than we're going to be able to tackle right now. All right, well, we need to throw wheels on it at least while we're here. I say we go drink beer.
Before or after we put the wheels on?
During would be great, but you know.
Do you have beer?
No. You didn't stop at the liquor store?
No!
What the hell, man? Yeah, mag wheels. But I think that does it for the D-100 for now. I kind of like her. So we might keep her around. No, that's totally safe. It's totally fine. Yeah, just put your face under there. It'll be fine. That's not your face. And now she touches the ground for the first time since about 1984 or so. Oh, she's a lowrider. This is a pretty good block, so I'm gonna keep a couple. All right, clear?
Yep.
Coming down. A lot. Low and slow, man. That tire's got some air.
Yeah. Enough to get out.
Hell yeah. Looks pretty good on the ground.
I don't know if I can push it with all these egg cartons in here, man.
They're too heavy. Make sure you hit that like, hit that subscribe, and stick around. You might see some more of this guy. I think we need to at least get her to run and drive and shoot down the road a little bit before we let her go. But for the moment, we're going to go ahead and get it ready to trailer home. And I'll get a carburetor for it and a fuel pump. And, you know, I think she'll be a good runner. But yes, to answer the question, this 76 Dodge D-100 will run.